All right, everybody, welcome back for another deep dive.
I'm excited for this one.
Oh, yeah, me too. And I'm especially excited about this creature we're going to be talking about today because it seems like something right out of science fiction. You know what I mean?
I know exactly what you mean. It's the lungfish.
The lungfish.
Yeah. And we're going to be talking about everything we learned from watching the PBS Nature documentary, The Fish That Breathes Air.
Yeah, I love that documentary. And you know what? One of the things that really stuck out to me was just how visually stunning the documentary was and how they really highlighted the harsh environments that these lungfish live in. I mean, those shrinking puddles baking in the sun. I mean, it was intense.
It was intense, right? And so to survive in those conditions, lungfish have developed, this amazing strategy called estivation.
Estivation.
Yeah, estivation. And it's similar to hibernation, but it's actually triggered by heat and drought.
Okay, so not by cold.
Right. Not by cold. And what they do is they basically slow down their metabolism
Oh, wow.
to a snail's pace,
hmm
and it allows them to survive underground for years.
Wait, hold on. Years?
Yeah.
I mean, I get it's called estivation, but that timescale is just mind-boggling to me. How can their bodies handle that?
Well, it's really the beauty of adaptation. I mean, during estivation, lungfish, they reduce their energy consumption drastically.
Okay.
Like, they can lower their heart rate, their breathing, and even cellular activity to, like, a bare minimum. It's like, imagine if you could just put all your body systems into, like, a power-saving mode.
Like a little survival switch that they just flip,
Oh, exactly.
So speaking of survival, the documentary calls lungfish living fossils,
Right.
which always sounds kind of mysterious.
Uh-huh.
So what does that actually mean?
Well, a living fossil is basically a species that has remained relatively unchanged
Yeah.
for millions of years.
Millions of years.
Yeah, and lungfish are a perfect example of that because their body plan has stayed remarkably stable
Wow.
over these vast stretches of time. So they're kind of like a window into these ancient ecosystems, giving us clues about what life was like millions of years ago.
So not just surviving, they're thriving in a way that connects us to the past.
I love that. And there's that incredible scene where the lungfish is actually dragging itself across land. I mean, it's a fish, but it's moving like, well, not quite like a fish.
Exactly. And that's, one of the reasons they're so significant in evolutionary biology because they have these strong primitive limbs
Okay.
that allow them to move across land in search of new water sources. And it's really, a behavior that reminds us of those first creatures that transitioned from water to land, millions of years ago.
Yeah, I'm picturing these little fins, almost like proto-legs, pulling them along. It just makes you wonder, how much force can those limbs actually generate?
That's a great question. And while they may not be setting any land speed records,
Right.
their limbs do provide enough power to navigate, those tricky and often muddy environments.
I can imagine.
And more importantly, that adaptation, along with their ability to breathe air, represents a crucial evolutionary step.
Yeah.
Lungfish are like a living link between fish and the first amphibians. It really drives home the point that evolution is a process.
Right.
It's not some sudden leap.
Right.
These lungfish are a perfect example of that. And to think that they can survive for up to 5 years buried in the mud, breathing air, I mean, that kind of resilience is just mind-blowing.
It is mind-blowing. Think about the incredible adaptations that allow a creature to survive in such extreme conditions.
Yeah.
It really showcases the power of evolution to shape life in these remarkable ways.
Absolutely. So we've gone from seeing these lungfish struggling to survive in these drying puddles to understanding their incredible adaptations like estivation,
Yay.
their ancient lineage, and those powerful limbs. They're not just fish out of water. They're a living testament to that journey of life from water to land.
And it just makes you wonder what other extraordinary adaptations are still out there,
Yeah.
waiting to be discovered in the animal kingdom. I mean, it
Right.
really sparks the imagination.
Absolutely a perfect note to end on. Thanks for joining us on this deep dive into the fascinating world of lungfish. And we'll catch you next time as we continue to explore the wonders of our planet.
See ya.
Bye, everybody.
Bye.